Today's topic, we're going to be discussing love as in agape love, the creator kind of love. God made us all equal. He calls us all his children. See, the world has molded us to put that part aside and look at it how it wanted us to look at it. It got us divided for as with color and the gender of a person. And so that's making it bad all over the world. Hebrews 13:1 says, continue to love each other as brothers and sisters. If we could look past the color and gender of a person and look at one another as brothers and sisters, we would treat each other better. Mark 12:31 says, love your neighbor as you love yourself, because nobody hates themselves. See, whenever Jesus seen the people, he had compassion for them, for every one of them, not just this guy or that woman, but he had compassion for them all because we all have needs. And so, I want that kind of compassion whenever I meet someone. Whenever I come across someone, I would like to have that kind of compassion to where I'm not looking at the tattoos on their skin, the color of their skin, the neighborhood they come from, or whatever background it is, because I'm a big believer in as long as a person have breath in their body, then there's hope for change. That's how I see it. So if we can just change our perspective or the eyes we seeing through, then, the world can become a better place. We can have less chaos. See, my problem I deal with at times is some people I welcome with open arms, and some I show no mercy or grace. Whenever mercy and grace is what I needed to get me here today. The same way you treat others, you'll be treated. So if you're treating them horrible, then expect that in return. It says, we love because the Creator loved us first. So it kind of eats me alive whenever I'm seeing people get treated less than human. I'm not a person that's perfect, and I do have my times where I get irritated with people and I kind of stray away from the love path. But I quickly get reminded that you need to love each other as brothers and sisters. Love like the same way you want to be loved. So I got to snap back into reality and change, how I'm feeling, because it's not about me. It's about us as a human race. I look at it like, why is it so hard for us to love each other as the Father loved us? If we claim that the Creator is our Father, how come we are coming up short in more than one way? Whoever does not love their brother or sister they cannot love a God they cannot see. And so, if you can't love someone that's right there in front of you that you can help, how can you help someone that you don't see? Because it says that, for a person to even come to the Creator, they have to have faith, believing that he exists before they can even make that approach. So when you love, it's more than just one way you love a person. It's not just hugging or, just doing nice things for them. Love is telling someone the truth, correcting them when they strand away off that narrow path, bringing them back to a solid walk. God bless the soul of my brother Willie. He used to always tell me, if I can't tell you the truth, then don't come around me, because I'm going to give you the truth regardless. So if you don't want to hear the truth, then don't even bother coming around me, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it with you. I'm just going to give you the truth raw, whether you like it or not. And, and I appreciate him for that. It says in Proverbs, upfront rebuke is better than hidden love. upfront rebuke, not doing it behind closed doors. No, it's telling them right there, hey, you're wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. And if you continue to doing that, then I'm going to have to push away from you, because that's not the path I'm walking. So, love builds up, So, we got to love each other and be bold enough to correct someone whenever they're straying off. 1 Peter 4:8, above all, maintain love. Maintain intense love for each other, since love covers a multitude of sin. Love should be our first response in all situations, in offenses and in afflictions. Because sin can become so heavy on a person that it can weigh them down, to where they want to kill themselves. They want to take their own lives, So love got to be the first response in things, because if you love a person, surely you don't want to see them die. I mean, we all have to go, someday. But while we're here, we don't have to live in misery or feeling alone, because no one is reaching out to us to help correct us. 1 Corinthians 8:1 says, love does not puff up, but it builds up. It doesn't look down on people, it builds up. So, we got to change our perspective, how we loving each other, with all the things that's going on in the world today. You got so much racism going on, and that's because love isn't really the first thing that's coming to our mind and hearts when we see each other. The first thing we seeing is, oh, this guy right here he's illegal, or he might rob me or something, just because the color of our skin and how we dressed. And that is crazy to me, because how would you how would you feel if someone looked at you the same way when they approached you, like, oh, look, he racist, he beats on his wife, how would you feel, if someone just started judging you like that? So we got to change that. We have to change that. Colossians 3:14, above all, put on love, the perfect bond of unity. The perfect bond of unity. Like we here in America, and so if we trying to be America, we have to have unity. If you look at other countries that's outside looking at us falling apart, because we don't have no unity, it's easy to conquer. If you have a group of people, that's why Christ only kept so many around him, because he knew that having the wrong type of bond with others allowed the enemy to intrude and invade, and disrupt things. As you can see what happened to one of his people he had, he had to kill himself, just because of the wrong he did. He allowed evil to enter his heart. And you got to have purity. I'm not the purest, but I'm a purist. So, love has to be the bond of all unity. If we keep, that agape type of love, not our kind of love, what we've been taught here on earth, because people is taught things as children. And so, if we can keep that agape type of love, then we would have genuineness. We can do so many things here in the world if we come together instead of being divided, because it says a house that's divided cannot stand. It can't handle the pressures and the rain beating on it. It falls apart. So the love chapter, 1 Corinthians 13, 1 through 3, without love, we are only a distracting noise. You're just making unnecessary noise out here if you're not really moving off love. You just pretty much kind of doing it for attention or for show. You want the the congratulations and you know all this, but deep inside, you know, you're really not love. You're not full of love. You know, you're full of selfishness. You know, so whatever has your heart is going to come out of it. You know, if your heart is filled with love, then you're going to show love. If your heart is full of mercy, you will show mercy on people. If your heart is full of forgiveness, you're going to have compassion on others. You know, so whatever's filling your heart up is going to overflow. You know, so like I said in the words, you know, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. So, you know, and you also have to be careful of what people are saying to you, because the words they say to you are coming out of their heart, whether they're angry or if they're just trying to give you advice. They're really giving you advice from what's stored up in their hearts. It's rare that you see someone that give you advice off of some true spiritual godly wisdom. So, you know, you have to distinguish which one is which. You know, so think about the conversations you have with people. You know, is it conversations to help build me up, or is it this conversation going to leave me feeling empty, like I left with nothing. I left drained. I didn't gain nothing. So, you know, think about that. You know, the conversations you have, you know, with people. You know, and so whenever you find yourself in a repeated situation, you know, think about, like, you know, have I been doing things out of my own selfish ambitions? Because if you was reacting out of love, your behavior would change. You know, so above all that you do, you know, let all that you do be done in love. Let all that you do be done in love. And so, you know, I just want to, you know, bring this up because I'm seeing so much hatred in the world, and there's a lot of hatred behind closed doors. So hopefully we can make a change, and we'll continue this next week. Thank you.